ready, Jerry?
I'm ready.
Just want to make sure you're ready, brother. Show me the money.
Oh, you didn't know?
Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling. Every day I'm hustling.
Put my shoes on, you wouldn't last a mile. Summertime, wintertime, I'm on the grind. Yeah, I got the ring, I'm the champ, I'm the genie of the lamp.
This is the gift I was given, so I just live by my hustle.
If I can't do it, homie, it can't be done.
VIP me put in my pocket, it don't make sense, but don't make a profit. So I hustle, ladies and homies, make money, money.
Called out here for a pill. Really tryna get this money for a real.
I want to find a thing to save my life, so I hustle.
It ain't over for me, no, it ain't over for me.
Here comes the money.
Here we go, money talk.
Here comes the money.
Show me the money!
Okay.
What up? What up? It is Alex, the Fantasy Football Hustler, back at you. We got another episode of Elevated Sports Talk. We are answering your start and sit questions today. So if you are watching this on replay, just make sure you listen to all the questions, because I'm sure I will be talking about somebody that you have and that you have questions about. Top of the hour news is going to be Chuba Hubbard getting his bag over there. 4 years, 32 mil, something like that. Chuba Hubbard is one of the highest paid running backs in the league now. Let that sink in. That is kind of insane that Chuba Hubbard is amongst the top paid running backs in the league now. Everybody who has Jonathan Brooks, how nervous are you now? In Dynasty, yeah, you know, we'll rock him until next year, the year after. But in redraft, for all you guys who drafted him and you've been holding him for 9-10 weeks now, I'm very curious. If you're watching this on replay, throw it in the comments what your feelings are. And if you're here watching live, I'm about to shout you guys out. Throw it in the comments. What are you thinking about this Chuba Hubbard extension? And if you've been holding Brooks, what's your initial thoughts? Because I'd be pissed if I was holding Brooks. But I'm not, though, because I told you guys not to do it. Stranger, what up, what up? Shout out to the Houday Nation. Hope you're getting ready tonight. It's going to be a big Dukaroo. Oh, yeah. What up, Frank? What's going down? Frank says Wandale, Pittman, Waddle, Rashad White, Javonte Williams, pick 2. Ain't going to be Javonte in this week. I think I'm leaning Rashad White for one of them. And I think I'm leaning Pittman for number 2 as of now. And Frank said, pick up Hawkinson and play him over Ferguson. Yeah, I mean, it's a way bad matchup for Ferguson this week. So, yeah, I would do that. And Super C&B Challengers. What up, homie? Just got offered Neighbors and Ken Walker. I'd be giving up Kamara and Flowers. Thoughts? I mean, I'm not mad at it. It's just, it's kind of even. You're winning on a wide receiver, you're losing on a running back. So, like, to me, if you're like winning and losing at the same time, you're kind of just like right in the exact same spot. So yeah, I mean, I would only suggest making trades like this if you really just want to cheer for the guys who you're getting. What up, Jamie? What's going down, bro? Of course, the guy for me, Barkley and Hopkins. Do I give up Henry and T. Higgins? What should I do? No, it's too even, bro. Like, I don't want to trade Barkley for Henry. I want to figure out how to get them on the same team. Barkley probably has a better schedule than Henry going down the stretch, though. But again, you're winning on a player, you're losing on a player. Frank said traded Javonte Smith and Brooks for Cook. Both were a stash. I got Montgomery, Stevenson, Barkley, and Tracy. Nice, nice. Seawolves, what up? Toker1J, what up? Jason, what up? Seawolves said I like the shirt, rocking the Jordan. Yeah. Yeah, this one's like a comfy shirt, for sure. And Seawolves said we need an RB. And a wide receiver free agent needs to be picked up by a good team. I guess that's it's such an open-ended question. I don't really necessarily know how to like answer that. Because like if you tell me like, okay, here's my strengths, here's my weaknesses. Like, I mean, I'm assuming that your RBs are your weaknesses, but like, if you have a lot of wide receiver depth, you need to be going and finding someone who has a lot of RB depth and no wide receiver depth. Kind of do it that way. Shout out to Sean's on Twitch, Bigsby, Pittman, Legetta, Dunze, Henry, Sutton for the flex. Said thanks. I've fallen from 1st to 6th in my 12 person. 4 playoff here. It sucks. With all these options, I think I'm kind of leaning Hunter Henry. Crispy said Chuba gonna get hurt now. I mean, everybody gets hurt. Frank said Smith, Hines, Allen, Campbell, White, pick 2. White and Hines, Allen. Well, damn, on Facebook, what up? Gesicki tonight or Ingram, PPR league, no Higgins, maybe no Lawrence. Well, they said Lawrence is unlikely to play, so I'm not rocking Ingram. Fuck no, dude. You want to rock Ingram with Mac Jones? Who? Mac Jones. Nah, it's a good matchup for Gesicki. I'm rocking Gesicki. What's up, Justin's going down, bro? Jay said not concerned about the new contract for Hubbard. Not interested in talking about the GM, but interested in talking about the GM replacement in New Orleans. Drew Brees, new GM. Like, give me more insight on that. Give me more insight on that. Is that potential GM? I didn't hear anything about Drew Brees, but that'd be super cool. Super cool. Not sure how good of a GM he would be, but great quarterback. Jamie says the Panthers, I'm not worried about Brooks with the Hubbard deal. They also gave Miles Sanders a massive deal and only used him 35% of the snaps. In year 1, they did, though? What year did Miles Sanders? Like, their whole team was in shambles, though. Like, they were in complete shambles. Chuba's actually looked good. Like, that's the difference. Like, when Miles Sanders actually played after getting that money, he sucked. He was horrible. Like, oh, we forgot you played with a team with like a really great line. Yeah, 1 year 38%, 1 year 33. Yeah, but like we also got to remember there. I mean, let me go see what year that was, because he was just playing trash. The Panthers are playing trash, and like even though the Panthers are playing trash right now, Chuba actually looks good. Okay, so it was 2023, right? Yeah, Miles Sanders is getting cut next year. But let's go see. Because, yeah, did Sanders ever do good with the Panthers? Like even like one good game? I mean, Sanders had 2 good games, 2 not even good games, just 2 decent games in the first 3 weeks of last year. And then besides that, there was nothing. There was nothing. He was just straight trash, man. There's a difference. Chuba, they actually drafted. Like, let's not forget that. Like, they actually drafted, and like they've wanted him to be good for a long time. They really have. Like, they really like him. And Corey, Gesicki or Otten? I mean, it's tough because Otten doesn't really have like a good matchup this week. It's actually like one of the worst matchups. I'm probably rocking him, man. It's gonna be tough. I'm probably rocking him. And Frank said I misspelled earlier. I traded Javonte Williams and Cooks for Cup. Thoughts? Not mad at it. I mean, I probably wouldn't want to get rid of Cook because he does have a pretty good schedule coming down the stretch. But outside of that, not too bad. Nerd alert, what up? Seawolf said everyone gets hurt in the NFL. NFL equals not for long. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Scotty boy, what up, homie? Jay said if Lawrence, since Lawrence, all reports I'm given, he's had to replace Loomis. Okay. Scotty boy said hustler out here looking like a stick of broccoli. Just anyway, since Lawrence is not playing, I picked up Flacco. What do you think? I mean, it's not a good matchup for Flacco. Is there any other options that you may have? And yeah, so if anybody didn't hear, they said that Lawrence is unlikely to play this week. So if you have T-Law and you're rocking with them, make some moves. And Sean, do you think Jonathan Brooks will get to be a good RB soon or just on my bench for the rest of the season? Probably on the bench for the rest of the season. Let me go look here who yeah, I mean, they do not have a good schedule. Like this week versus the Giants, great game. And then Cowboys in week 15 and Arizona in week 16. It's week 16, kind of all right. Outside of that, though, like Panthers' schedule is trash. And Galactic Ghoul, what up? Said with Nicoin, I'm assuming Nico on IR. Do I drop Khalil Herbert? They said he's playing this week. Pearsall Downs, Irving Nix. And would I run a tight end this week? Otner Kincaid. So why do you need to drop one of those guys? Like if I'm picking one, it's either going to be Ricky or Downs that I'd be dropping. Why do you have to drop one to bring Nico back off of IR? Because I don't think that's happening yet this week. And then Kincaid does have a really good matchup. Small bench, need to drop someone to run Nico. Okay, but I don't think Nico's playing yet. Is he? Did anybody hear any news about Nico playing this week? Let me see. Yeah, because I didn't hear anything about him yet. Yeah, Jason said he's not practicing yet. Yeah, let me just going to check. Let's see. This was as of yesterday. Nico Collins passed all tests for the hamstring. No setbacks per league sources. Regained speed, mobility, ready to go. Matter of when, not if he'll be designated to return. The team's still determining if they're going to activate him for the Lions game. So, yeah, I would just hold out as long as possible. Like, you have no reason to pull him off IR just yet because he's still officially on IR. So I would just wait, but it would be Ricky or Downs. I mean, that's what I'd be doing there. And then I do like the idea of Kincaid, but I think I'm rocking Otten. He's just getting too much volume to ignore. Let's see. Big Bando, what up, homie? Did you drop Chase Brown for D-Hop? No other options that you can drop besides Chase Brown? I don't know. Like, I want to pick up D-Hop, but like literally you got nobody else? Yep, Corey said Rockin' Otten. Ryan Dynasty Superflex, you said DJ Moore and Ayuk for Nico. I mean, that's kind of a lot. I mean, I probably would. Depends on how much you are looking like a contender. Frank said AJ Brown and London Holder. Should I plug and play others? Well, I mean, I'd be making moves just in case. I mean, we still got, neither one of them played tonight. So it's not like we got to make a choice like right this second, but I'd be making moves. Yes, sir. And the nerd alert, Mike G could be big. Yeah, I mean, tonight it should be solid. You just never know on a Thursday. So I'm not going to like start him over like everybody with a good matchup necessarily. Big Bando, would you trade Tyreek for Aaron Jones, Chase Brown, DJ Moore? I mean, it's probably worth it because, like, God damn, how long are we going to wait for Tyreek and Tua to get on the same page here? Yeah, DJ Moore sucks. Aaron Jones, Chase Brown. I mean, they're solid. I probably would. And Crispy said, when did you pick up Jones in the 16, motherfucker? Let me see. I don't know. And did I pick up Jones? Who are we talking about? Which Jones? Yeah, which Jones we talking about, Crispy? Let's see. Oh, Mac Jones? Dude, Mac Jones has been on my bench like forever. Like, I just didn't drop him. Like, you guys remember how much Mac Jones like I had just because I don't know. A lot of people fucking dropped him and shit, and I just started picking him up. I house a whole bunch of QBs over there. I got Mac Jones. Let's see. I don't even know how many leagues I got Mac Jones in. Oh, shit. Thanks, Crispy. There we go. Just picked up Mac Jones in the 3 QB league. Oh, yes. All right. Yeah, go pick up Mac Jones right now, guys. Son of a bitch, I have someone on the IR. Yeah, totally forgot. Thanks, Crispy. Like totally slacking on like potentially making moves here. All right. Whew. Got him in the Debo league. Needed that. All right. But yeah, everybody make the moves right now. You got time. Do it now while nobody's thinking about this. We're the best in the biz. That's why we kick everybody's asses. Because we're on it. Oh, son of a bitch. All right. Keep making moves, guys. Keep hustling. Let's make these moves. I'll get back to the chat in a second. We got to pick up Mac Jones everywhere that we can. So, I mean, we play in a lot of super flex leagues, so we got to be making these moves. Dude, what the hell? All right. Scotty Boy said Mac Jones is starting. Yeah, they said that T-Law is unlikely to play this week. So if you play in a, single QB league, you're not really worried about it. But super flex league, and if you are hurting at QB, now's the time. Make these moves. Make these moves. All right. All right, there we go. Pretty much got him. Yeah, exactly, Scotty. Block. Even if we're not going to play them ourselves, like in super flex leagues, go block. Yeah, I needed them in some of these super flex leagues. I just picked them up in. Bakes, what up? We just shouted out Mac Jones or Trevor Lawrence is unlikely to start. So yeah, Mac Jones in the super flex leagues, go pick him up, go block your league mates. This info just came out like very, very recently. And thanks, Crispy, for saying, when did you pick up Mac Jones? That totally like sparked me to go do this. Bake said, I got him in almost every dyno. There we go. I got him in, dynasties, you're not picking him up right now unless you have the open waiver. Jay said, with Ingram having to back up QB, I have Hawk wondering if Hunter Henry would be better. This week, yeah. Hunter Henry's got a really good matchup this week. I'm really excited to play him, and that has not been the case over like a lot of other weeks. So, yeah. Arrow, less of start and sit question, but just trade Aaron Jones and Tua for Breece Hall. Can you give your thoughts on that trade? I'm a playoff lock. If you're a playoff lock, I feel like I would be probably not trading Aaron Jones. I would almost give up 2 more players to keep Aaron Jones if you're giving up like lesser players. Jay said no other option. Well, you rock Flacco then. Nerd alert, need Nico to come back ASAP, man. Probably next week, man. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. What are your favorite rest of season targets? Well, see, that's the thing. I don't necessarily have a bunch of like rest of season targets to like pick up. I mean, we want to kind of think like, what wide receivers do we maybe want to get? I mean, I know George Pickens has like a crazy easy schedule moving forward. I know Neighbors has a crazy easy schedule. Garrett Wilson and Adams have a pretty solid schedule moving forward. AJ Brown, Devonta Smith. I mean, those are guys with plus matchups. The RBs, shit, starting this week, Tampa's got some pretty solid games. I mean, way more solid week 12 through week 17, minus week 15. So Bucky, Rashad White, Saquon, second easiest schedule moving forward. Jets, third easiest schedule for a running back moving forward. Giants have a pretty easy schedule too. So Tracy, Connor, pretty solid schedule. He could be someone. Kyren also could be someone. For the tight ends, shit, Theo Huxtable Johnson's got a great schedule. McBride's schedule is titties after their bye. Hawkinson, great schedule. Laporta, great schedule. And IP14, what up? Just dropped Hawkinson for Gesicki. I have a must win this week, but also have Njoku on my bench on a buy. Did I sell? I mean, I think you did good. I mean, Gesicki and Hawkinson both have really good matchups this week. Yeah, Nerd Alert, think he's still not practicing as of yesterday. Correct, and we haven't heard any news yet. Still kind of early. I think Nico will play. I think the Texans just trying to fool the Lions by confusing them. I mean, yeah, I mean, anybody could think whatever they want, but until it's official, like we're all just guessing and speculating anyways. So I'm saying until he practices, I'm not even saying that he's going to play. Like, I mean, there's nothing that would give us the highlight that he's actually going to play. What up, Pam? What's going down? Tomas, what up? Shout out to Panama. Said, got my QB on bye next week. Waiver our options are May versus the Rams, Russ versus Baltimore, Carr versus Cleveland. This is for week 12 only, or week 11 only. Week 11 only, I'm going Russ versus Baltimore.
It's too much of us, it's dangerous, so dangerous, we so dangerous. My flip mode squad is dangerous.
Corey, should I trade A-Chain and Higgins for Barkley? Man, I mean, I guess like, should you do it? Yeah, probably. But it's like, you know, if we trade these like top assets away, like it's not like you're trading a starter and two potential starters for one starter. The starter is really, really, really good, you know, but like, man, it's tough, dude. Like, I mean, in a nutshell, I probably would. I mean, A-Chain's got, week 11 and week 12. He's got like two awesome games. Week 16, solid game. But, yeah, it's nowhere close to the type of schedule that Barkley has. And Nerd Alert said, keep Chase Brown. Yeah. CB Dizzle, we're not supposed to start anyone tonight, right? Well, no. What I've always said, or at least since I've kind of, you know, came up with the new ideology of Thursdays, how we fucking hate it. I said, if they're a start on Sunday, I'm going to start them on Thursday still. Like, that's what it comes down to. The Ravens, they're not a scary matchup, you know, like on paper in the beginning of the season, like we think they're going to be one of the best defenses, but they got a lot of injuries in the secondary right now. And so, like, I'm not worried about starting Joe Burrow or Jamar Chase, you know, and, person I am a little bit worried about is Chase Brown, because the Ravens, you know, they score a bunch, and then it forces teams to like throw on them. And so, like, because of that narrative, plus them actually having like solid linebackers, solid, you know, front line, it, you know, just more problems for the running back. So I understand people who are going to play Chase Brown, you know, just super blindly today, but I think he's a matchup based guy for today. For sure. I really feel that. And Pam said RB2 Mason or Hill. I think that I got to go Mason, because I don't think CMC's not coming back this week. I'm going to say it. CMC's not coming back this week. And not the best matchup for either guy. It's not, but I like Mason and his volume of what he should get. Nerd Alert, Thursday Night Football is the biggest Jekyll and Hyde fantasy prediction. Overall, the most disappointing. God damn it, but we always got to watch. Yes. As long as everybody knows that, because, like, now it's even gotten to the point where I'm just saying blindly sit your Thursday guys. Like, if I'm just talking to the masses, like, it's different if I'm answering an individual question, you know. And Jamie said, check this shit out. Last week I got 6.5K views on my podcast. Second highest ever. Sick, dude. Hell yeah, bro. And is that the audio podcast? Is that YouTube? What are we talking about? But good shit, bro. Good shit. And Jay said Khalil Herbert, a nice stash. He's decent, but I'm not like, that's literally what he is. Stash. Yeah. They said he's gonna play tonight, though. Galactic Ghoul, I have Tank as a wide receiver 2. Nico on the IR. If Nico doesn't play, who should I run in the flex? Kincaid, Irving, Pierce, all downs. Well, I said I would drop Ricky and Downs. So I'm not going to play those guys. It would be Kincaid or Bucky. And I think I would play Bucky. And Jamie said it might be someone Alex might not like, so I don't want to step on any toes. So what is it, Jamie? Who is it? Now I'm curious. Let me know. Frank said I Mayfield, Gino on bye, pick up Danny Dimes, maybe Stafford, Goff, Mac Jones, who to start. Would be dropping Gino. Feel like Goff versus the Texans, I'm not mad at. Like, that would probably be the play. Yeah, because I don't want to start Danny Pesos unless I have to, and he is going against the Panthers, so it could be a good matchup, but I don't know, man. I think I'd rather rock Goff. Saucy, should I switch to Mac Jones over from Stafford? I don't think so, Tim. It's not that good of a matchup versus the Vikings. It is really not. And they're let her probably split some snaps with Brown, but Brown's the guy. For sure, Brown's the guy. Yep. And let's spark it up. Yes, sir. Tucker 1J, thoughts on Puka? I'm nervous because of like the random shit that keeps happening like with him. But I feel like even versus the Dolphins, it's a really tough matchup for wide receivers against the Dolphins. I feel like I'm still rocking him on Monday night, though. I mean, as long as he doesn't get into a fight and get ejected, he should be okay. That's what we hope. Hey, King D, shout out to the LBC. What up, homie? I dropped Hawk because he's still on limited snap count. I feel it. In a must-win game, you got to do what you got to do. Gesicki with no Higgins, with no Eric All Jr., I'm not mad at it. Great matchup versus the Ravens as well. What up, Terrence on Facebook? Is Mitchell playing tonight for Baltimore? I don't know if we've got 100% confirmation on that. I know that it was still up in the air and that it was a possibility, but good question. Let me go search and see if anything came out today. Oh shit! Literally, it says 0 minutes ago. That's how new this is. Keaton Mitchell expected to be active for tonight's Bengal game, barring any unforeseen development. Practiced in full this week and ready for his season debut. So there you go. Justice Hill might be no more. Pam, you listening? Justice Hill might be no more, and Keaton Mitchell might be worth a pickup, especially in a deeper league. I mean, shit. And Jamie, I've already started. Sick question. Roshan or Benson? It's Roshan, bro. Roshan. It is a coin flip, but I'm flipping that coin onto Roshan. And Tomas, yes, sir. Let him know, Toker J. Hit that like button. Corey said start 2. Henry, Stevenson, Dobbins. First 2. Jason said, here's the irony of the NFL script. I choose bench Herbert for Cincy, and then choose Chase Brown will get hurt or something. I'm not trying to put that out there, but Herbert will go off on my bench. Yeah, I know how that goes. And trust me, you play in as many leagues as I do. You know about players going off on your bench. It happens to me religiously and every week because I'm in 40-something leagues. It always happens, bro. And, it's just part of the game. That's why we got to keep grinding. And that's why we can't focus too much on that either. Because just for example, if anybody gives me a start sit question and it's between 2 people, I have a 50-50 chance of getting that right. And, because of the research that I do, I feel like more often than not, I'm going to hit. But it's when you got 5 guys who are potential guys, and see, that's where it starts getting hard. And that's why I'm a big fan and advocate of tearing up. and just using those 2 or 3 players who might be on your bench or fringe flex guys, going and finding the right trade partner and trading for one decent player, you get rid of all this random depth, and sometimes that hurts, but you're going to be able to refill the depth through the waiver wire. Especially if you're rocking here on this show, you will know about guys to pick up on the waiver wire and shit. Even like Mac Jones, you know, he might not be anything for us, but if you play in a super flex league and someone has a QB on bye this week and you just block them, that's money. You know, that's how we play defense through the waivers. And what if you have a couple quarterbacks on bye and you really needed a Mac Jones or any quarterback, you know? So yeah, we just got to really try to tier up, man. We got to really try to tier up. And I'm hoping Brown can outplay that defense. I'm in 2 leagues ready to go. I hope so too. Yeah, no choice but to play Chase Brown. A lot of us are going to be in that because there's going to be a lot of places where I do not have the luxury of sitting Chase Brown. Like, so I am with you. Terrence, Baker or Murray this week? I really don't want to go Murray versus the Jets. I will go Baker at home. San Fran, I know they're coming off the bye. They've been giving up points. Big said I ended up making that trade yesterday. Finally got a decent tight end for the rest of the season. Boom. And hey, shout out to Trace on Twitch. What up? Do I trade Kamara for Puka and Swift? I'm nervous about Swift's schedule, man. I kind of don't want to do it. I think I'm just rocking Kamara. Leo, Master IDP, and Steve, the IDP Hunter. I don't know if I've ever heard of those guys. Seawolves sit 1, Connor Adams or Cup. I'll sit Cup. It's tough, man. And John said, today's my birthday. I'm 35. What up? Happy birthday, bro. Yes, sir. All right, Pam heard it. There we go. Perfect. And Kelly, what up? Gesicki or Stevenson? Ooh. I really feel like both guys have decent games this week. I'm gonna go Stevenson over Gesicki. I'm gonna play the volume play here. And Terrence said he's playing tonight. Inside tip, good ad to play tonight. Yep. I don't think he's a good play tonight for Mitchell. But definitely worth a speculative ad. James said had D-Hop 28 on my bench last week. Yeah. I mean, you know, it happens. I'm sure you had decent matchups in front of him, though, like decent players. Big Bando, a couple of bad bye weeks coming up. But a couple of bad bye weeks coming up for everybody here, bro. Week 12 and 14, 6 teams on bye in each week. So they think it's wise to move Tyreek and Bigsby to get Chase Brown, Aaron Jones, DJ Moore in return. So I guess I kind of answered this. If you really need all of those guys as starters, it's not the worst thing in the world. It was way better with only being Tyreek and getting all those 3. But yeah, it's kind of tough, man. It's kind of tough. JD, what up, homie? Kelly said Q Williams, Trevin Wallace, Whitehead, or Teron Johnson. I need one. Next time with like the Q Williams, let me know if it's Quincy or Quinnen. Okay, because we got 2 brothers playing on the same team and they're both Q Williams. Actually, you want to just put that in, Kelly, since I know you're still here. I just re-put the whole question in, but put the first name of the Q. And Tucker, I sent you the one thing I'm seeing about Breeze. Let me see. Ooh, I don't know if I'm going to be able to see this. Might be a group I'm not in. No, I see it. It says smart moves. Remember Drew Brees as a GM after several misses by Mickey Loomis. Man, I mean, I know Brees is smart, but is he GM smart? You know, like it's just a different level of smarts that you got to have as the GM. And hey, Coach C, what up, homie? What's going down, bro? Galactic Ghoul said time to chief the dab rig. What? Let's get a super chat. Give me some motivation, guys. Who wants me to do a fat dab? I'll do. We get a nice $5 super chat in here, and Galactic Ghoul already did one, so I'm gonna do this either way. But we get a nice super chat in here. Not only will I do, I'll do a dab, but we'll double up on the dabs. I'll put the dabs in, and then I'll grab a fat ass diamond and throw that in as well. Who wants to see me die on this stream? And CB Dizzle, when's my Mike Evans coming back so you can tell me not to start him? Bro, I think next week, because they didn't put him on IR. So this is like, what would this be? His third week missing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I think next week. And see, bro, I told you not to start him. Hate Mike Evans. We love him and we hate him for sure. And Kelly, linebackers Arden Key, Vita Vey, Levanta. I'm assuming that's Levanta David, and Gibbons need one. I'm going David. That's David, right? And see, Quinnen Williams. There we go. See, that's a horse of a different color. I think that I'm going to go with Wallace. Trevin Rashid Wallace. Or Marcellus Wallace, I mean. All right, there we go. We got it. CB Dizzle. He wants to see it. All right, let me finish this bowl. Then we'll pack that up. Bam, hate him. I'm with you. And here's the thing about Mike Evans that all of us hate. He's going to get games where he's going to get like 3 points, and he's going to get games where he gets like 30 points. And a lot of times there's no in between. And that's the thing that sucks about Mike Evans, because like he can be having such a shitty string of weeks and you don't want to start him, and then he just hits with like a 40 burger, you know, and man, it sucks. Man, it sucks. Heartbeat, D-Hop, Gazicki, standard flex scoring. I gotta go D-Hop. It's close though. And Big Band, do I have a question for you then? Do you think Najee keeps it going for the rest of the season? If so, I probably wouldn't even do this trade. I think Najee does keep it going for the rest of the season. Mike Tomlin likes him. And I know that we see little spurts of like Jaylen Warren, but we got to remember the times that we saw the biggest spurts from Warren is when Najee got hurt. And he wasn't injured because he was still playing. Like, was it last year or 2 years ago? I can't even remember. But remember one of the years, literally he gets hurt right before the season starts or in game one. I cannot remember what it was. And he was playing with a fucking a steel plate in his cleat for like 10 weeks. And then everyone's like, oh, Najee sucks and this and that. And he comes back. And if you actually like stayed with him, he could have won you a championship in the playoffs because he killed it after he got that steel plate out of his shoe. And I think that was 2 years ago. Now, I might be messing up the timelines, but as long as Najee's not hurt, he's going to be the guy. He is going to be the guy. And Tolbert to Marvin Harrison Jr., tough call. It is. I'm going to go Marvin Harrison Jr., though. Seawolves sit one at St. Brown, Stevenson, Aaron Jones. Fuck. I guess I'll sit Stevenson. This is tough, man. You're right, Pam. Hate him. Coach C, Taysom Hill, Hawk, Ertz, Schultz, pick two. First two, Hawk and Taysom. Or do we think Chubb eventually breaks into 15 points a game? I don't know if we're going to see Chubb get to the 15 points in a game, because they're not throwing it to him a lot. That's the one thing that just really, really sucks, is they're not throwing it to him like at all. And it's not like he can't catch. I just don't know why it is not in their game plan to like give him like any opportunity for that. Because every time we see him go out there and catch the ball, he does good. Like, I mean, shit, even Derrick Henry looks good when he's catching the ball, and they never want to fucking give him any, they never want to dial it up. I don't fucking understand it, man. I really don't. Hey, get Kelly threw in the $5 super chat. I appreciate you. That means there's going to be an extra fatty here. Man, these terps are so nice. So I got these dabs, and can't even really see the consistency all that well. Like on here, it's kind of like down to the end. But got these diamonds right here. Look at these diamonds. I know with the glare, it's kind of hard to see through the glass, and it's all fucking resonated on the glass. All right. Galactic Ghoul said your fans want to see you die. If he dies, he dies. right, Pam? The 3 points are the starts, the 30 points on the bench. It sucks. Because, like, the one thing, though, that I am happy about for Mike Evans is that Marshawn Lattimore got traded. Like, dude, he has to be so happy. Because, like, that was, like, literally, like, one game that you could pencil in for him, like, every single week or every single time that they played, that it was going to be bad. No matter what. Like, Marshawn Lattimore has his number. And that'd be funny if that would be funny if Mike Evans, like where did he go? He went to Washington, right? So I don't even know when the Bucks play Washington or if they play Washington this year, but that would be pretty funny if they did. Let's go check real quick. No, they don't play him this year, but watch next year. They somehow play him. All right, there we go. There's consistency 1 in there. Now let's get a fat ass diamond in there. Every time I look at these diamonds, because look at them, I mean, you can kind of see them a little better with the cap off. Every time I see these diamonds, I think of like Paid in Full. Remember when he gives them the rock? That's a fat ass rock, B. And he gets it, licks it. That's how I feel every time I dip into these diamonds, man. Dude, look at that fat ass rock, B. All right. And everyone who's answering questions, don't worry. We will get to those questions very soon. But we just had 3 separate people throwing a $5 super chat to watch a fat ass dab right now. So I'm not going to disappoint. Oh, fuck, one little piece fell in the wrong spot here. Wrong hole, fool. There you go. Don't want to waste any of it. All right. Whoo. You guys ready? I've only smoked however many bowls you saw me smoke. That's as many bowls as I've smoked this morning. I was doing a lot of behind the scenes work, and I did not smoke a bowl before I started the show. So maybe only 2 bowls in. Let's get some water. Here we go. All right. So literally flip a switch, turn this thing on. Pack a little dab in there and literally just press this button right here. And then heats this thing up to fucking 1 billion degrees or whatever. And here it comes. Get ready. Get ready. And Jason, you the man. It says Debo riding the bench this week. He's banged up. As of right now, I'm going to say sit him, but I love the matchup. Woo! Oh. Good shit. Woo! Some good shit for sure. I'm gonna get more. I'm gonna get more clips like that. I'm gonna make sure, like, you guys have been watching some of the uploaded videos, right? You see, I'm like adding clips like into those videos, try to add just, cool little pop culture things. I'm going to work on getting all of those in here in the software so that even when I'm going live, I can hit the little 5 or 10 second, clips like that. Whew. Yeah. Whew. Jason, my man didn't even fully finish his cough for that dab. Oh man, that was a good one. That was a good one. I lost my spot. So if I miss, let me see, where am I at? I think I was like right here. So if I missed your question, just either wait or throw it in again. And Pam said D-Hop, Lamb, Tyreek pick 2. Ah, man. I'm going to say I guess what sucks about all this is there's bad matchups for all 3. And like all 3 of these guys have issues. Like they really do. So let me just point out all the issues, okay? Like we'll just go there. D-Hop, He's banged up right now a little bit, and they got the Broncos. Lamb, he's got no fucking Dak, and he's banged up. He might not even play. So if he doesn't play, that's just going to make this choice easier. Tyreek, him and Tua haven't been on the same page since week 1, and I don't even know if we could say since week 1. He probably has the best matchup out of everybody, though. So I feel like Tyreek's got to be in, but we know his issue. And I'll say D-Hop for now, and then we'll see what happens with CD. Like, CD might be making business decisions over there and not playing. Bix, I guess you could say that Mike Evans and Devonta Smith have a lot in common. Yeah, definitely. I mean, AJ Brown, he warrants that the ball, man. And Jamie said, take the Chase Brown, 25 plus receiving yards. Ravens allow the 4th most receiving yards to running backs. Yeah, I mean, because they're so good against the run, right? Like, so yeah, I'm with that. I'm with Chase Brown getting some work through the air. Big Bando, I guess I'll stay put, and unfortunately, gonna have to throw Bigsby out there this week. Yeah, I mean, the one thing that you got working for you is nothing in that game, actually, because it's probably not going to be good versus the Vikings. See, I wouldn't trade away Tyreek just because you need someone better for Bigsby. I'm assuming that you need an RB2. I mean, there's nobody like on the waiver wire, like absolutely nobody. And Coach C said, how you doing in your 340 fantasy leagues? So I haven't gone through and updated. I tried to update my records like every week if I can. As of last week in Dynasty, I was 119 and 105. I know I won a shitload of games this week. And I know in redraft, man, the Debo leagues, I'm sucking. Like in those ones, those are bringing my average like down for sure. But in redraft right now, I'm 52 and 38. I got, what do I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I got 9 redraft leagues. One of them is a 32 team league. That one's bringing up my average. And then the Battle of the Brands, that's our 14 team league. I started off 0-4. I'm 4-5 right now. See, like anything is possible. Anything is possible. 0-4 to 4-5, and I'm right in the mix now. And it was funny because Peacock, when I said that, I was like, watch out, everybody. I started off 0-4. And Peacock's like 5-4 right now, or he might even be 4-5. We might even have the same record. And he was like, watch out, everybody. I started off 4-0. And I even called it at the time that his team was a 4-0 Fugazi because he didn't have a lot of points scored, but he played the best schedule over the first 4 weeks. And then, like, man, his schedule was rough over the last couple weeks. And my team was one of the best, but I was literally had the worst schedule out of everybody in the first 4 weeks. But that's why you just keep going, and you probably got way too cute with or got like way too many injuries or something. Because I know I haven't updated this as of this week, but last week I know I had 1, 2. So we play where we play against the median. So as of last week, there was 16 games that were played, technically, and I had 1, 2, 3 win teams, 1, 2 4-win teams, and then 1, 2, 3 5-win teams. Like those ones just fucking sucked. I mean, I have a 13 as of last week, 13-win team, a 12-win team, 2 10-win teams. So I got teams that are like in the mix for like playoffs, but literally only like 4 out of my teams are doing good right now. And that sucks for best ball. I did not do good. I did not do that good drafting in a lot of these leagues, and I'm playing bad schedules in all these leagues. That's another thing that fucking sucks. And Braven, what up? Oh, and wait, I didn't even answer Big Bando's question. So I pick up Braylon Allen, throw him out there for a week. I mean, is there anybody else? Give me a couple other names. Give me like the top 5 or 6 names that are on the waiver wire. Even if they're ugly, just throw them out there. And Braven said trade Hunt and Chase Brown for Walker. Yeah, seems like a no-brainer. What if Pacheco takes forever to get going? I mean, that's the thing. Like, I mean, Pacheco, they already said it's probably not going to be till like week 12 or 13 that he even comes back and like starts practicing. And then it could be 3 weeks on top of that he that he takes to get back, because they got the 21-day window. So I feel like, yeah, it's like a no-brainer, but how does that affect you this week when the Seahawks are on a bye and you're trading 2 running backs and you're getting back a player who you can't even play this week? Like, does that like mess you up for this week? Because if so, I might like accept the trade on like Saturday or something, like if it's like most leagues, it's not getting pushed through like right away, right? Unless you play in leagues like me where a commissioner is actually active and pushes trades through, and everyone knows that that's a thing. If it's not like that, maybe make the trade on Saturday so you still get the guys. Well, I guess Chase Brown, you would have to do it. Well, you wouldn't have to, but if Chase Brown has a bad game, it makes it like, just a little bit different for the guy. I don't know. I'm just leaning on no for right now. And Corey said start 2, Amon-Ra, Flowers, Devontae Adams, Westbrook-Ikine. Amon-Ra for sure. Like, I mean, I don't care how bad of a matchup Amon-Ra has. Like, he could go for 10 receptions in any game. So it shouldn't even be a question to ask for Amon-Ra. That's number 1. We're starting him. I know it's Derek Stingley who's probably going to be covering, but it doesn't matter. Flowers would have to be tonight. So, I mean, with all these options, I'm not even putting Westbrook-Ikine in there. He's a nice bench stash for now. But good job in picking him up, because someone else could have picked him up and maybe started him against you for all you know. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Zay Flowers, man. It's so close, though. It is so close. Joker Wednesday got to double down on that dab. Let's get a couple more super chats going. We'll get it. And Kelly said McMillan, Deshaun Elliott, Kevin Byard, Jair Brown. Wait, Jair Brown? Who the hell is Jair Brown? Oh, yeah. It's 49ers. Kind of leaning Deshaun Elliott. He's been pretty solid, like, over there since he's joined the Steelers. Like, he was solid with Miami. He's been a tackling machine over there. So I'm going him for 1. Man, I might go. I might go Brown, and that's the Brown from the 49ers, right? The safety from the 49ers, because I think you spelled his name wrong, but I'm assuming that. So those are the 2 that I'm gonna go, and because it's Baker makes some mistakes, throws the ball a lot. I mean, as well, and that should lead to more tackles for a guy like him. Not mad at Byard, McMillan. Byard would be like the next guy kind of in the mix. Oscar said offered me CMC for Jamar Chase. No, I don't want to do that. I just don't. The way that if you're going to try to trade for CMC, what I'd be doing would be like, if you're a winning team and they're a losing team, just based on record, you're a playoff contender, they're trying to be a playoff contender, I would be trading 2 or 3 players for CMC, but nobody of my top quality. Not saying I wouldn't trade starters or flex guys, but trade like 3 or 4, but don't give up your best players. Like that's just, don't do it. Don't give up Jamar Chase. I know he has a bad schedule in some games, but don't do it. Perry said, would you trade Brian Robinson, Brian Thomas for Pollard and Neighbors? I want Neighbors, but I don't want Pollard. So, like, are Brian Robinson and Brian Thomas, are those guys both, are they non-starters for you? Like, or are they like fringe flex guys, or like, do those guys start in your running back and wide receiver spot whenever they're healthy and playing? Let me know that. And don't forget to put in the whole question again. Just give me the answer and then put the question in. It was B Rob and B Tom for Pollard and Neighbors. Seawolves 2 QB league. I've loved Mahomes, Tua. Played Tua or drop to pick up Rodgers, Goff, Stafford, Geno. Dude, how are all of these guys available in a 2 QB league? I feel like I would almost drop Tua for Goff or Rodgers. I feel like I'm leaning Goff. And what Russell on Facebook, he said it's good for Evans, but terrible when you have AJ Brown. Yeah, for sure. Oh man. Yeah. Big Band, it's a good cough. Seven man got a few levels higher with that one. Hell yeah, killed it. Flappo, what up? Flowers, McLaurin, Mooney, Downs for the flex. Probably Flowers. Yeah, man, you have, I mean, 3 good options there for the flex because Flowers, McLaurin, and Mooney. It's killer. Hey, shout out to Nigel. Let's see what this conversion is here. All right, let's see. Let's see, RSD to USD. Hold on, then I'll answer your question, Nigel. I want to see what the conversion is here. Dude, why does it keep taking me to fucking Bing? All right, here we go. Let's see. All right, cool. So it's like a $4 super chat, USD 460. And then look at Nigel coming through and gifting the memberships. Yeah. Yeah, in Serbia, not Siberia, he said. Serbia. Let's see who got it. Dang it. How come this time that Nigel super that gifted all those super memberships? How come we got a whole bunch of people that how come we got a whole bunch of people who aren't regulars? Man, that sucks. Nigel, we appreciate you because the channel gets paid either way for it. It's much appreciated, bro. Salute. But yeah, why did I give it to these motherfuckers? There's people in the chat right now that need a membership. Nigel, you the man, though. Let's see what the question was. Need to make a late run, playoff push, sitting 4-5. Oh, look at that. Nigel coming through with 10 super chats this time. And look at that. Sean got ones. We know him. Alex Mark. There we go. The Pussy Assassin. Not sure who that is, but fucking awesome name. The Figure Report. We know them. Arrow Chill. We know them. There we go. Nice. There we go. Nigel. That's what I'm talking about, bro. You the fucking man, dude. And so let's see. So, and I'm assuming it's Tyreek Hill, right? Tyreek Hill, Puka, Swift, JT, Kelsey, Dowdle, waiting on Nico to return. Would you trade Nico for JT? Nico and JT for CMC? Dude, like, okay. So many people are fucking so hyped on Swift. I would try to trade Nico plus Swift if you can. I mean, easier said than done. But I would even maybe throw in another player and do like Nico. I mean, I want to keep Nico, but that might be the, that could be the, the piece that you need to have in there. I'd almost try to trade 4 players for CMC if I could, but like none of them, including Swift. Like throw Swift in there. His schedule is so bad, but people like love him right now because he's been doing good. So like that's what I would be trying to do is like Swift plus 2 or 3, like, and try to not do Nico. Like keep going back and play this back and forth trade negotiation game and start with like Swift and 2 or 3 other players who isn't Nico. Maybe even throw Dowdle like in the mix. I don't know how that would affect you like this week. That would kind of, that kind of suck if it put you in a position to potentially lose this week because you got to win this week. But I would go for CMC, but yeah, he's probably not playing this week. And I would be trying to trade a little bit of depth for that upgrade, or don't do it at all because you're 4-5. So you're not necessarily in a position of luxury of where you want to give up your top dogs. Like JT's your best running back. So trading your best running back for your future best running back isn't the best move. Trading your second best running back for someone who could potentially be your best running back, like that's a move to do. And hell yeah, Nigel, you the man, gifted 5 more memberships right there. There we go. And who said, let me see, who said, a Big Bando said, oh, that Nigel? Yeah, the GOAT Nigel. Nigel's the fucking man. I think I know what Nigel's getting at. I think he wants me to do a fat ass dab like right now. I think that's what's going on. I think he wants me to do a fat ass dab right now. So we're going to do a fat ass dab for Nigel. Everybody who left questions in, appreciate you. And we're going to get to those answers. Just hang with me. Nigel's taking over the show. He just gifted, his super chat was $4.60. And then $25 right there. $50 for the memberships right there. And then another $25 like right there. So Nigel's killing it over here. He just threw in more than a fucking $100 worth of super chats, or $100 worth of gifted memberships or whatever. And, YouTube takes a piece of that, but it is what it is. But Nigel, you the man, bro. Yeah, Nigel just took over the show. So if Nigel's got any other questions in, throw them in, bro. Throw them in. But don't trade JT. Don't trade JT for CMC, because JT's your best running back. That's why. Don't trade JT for CMC, okay? All right. There we go. Whoa. Is this $100 rock right there? Is that $100 rock worth? Dude. Whoo, barely fit. It barely fit. That's what she says. Big Bando. Man, that shit's funny. That shit made me laugh out loud for real. Oh, man. Who remembers Eddie Murphy Raw, where he talks about how your girl going down to Jamaica, and it'd be I don't even remember what the dude's name, but just come up swinging his dick in his hand. Stick swinging. And he's like, they just does it all cool, throws it over his shoulder. Like, come on, girl, let's go back to my place. All right, whoo, let's go. I might drink some water before and after this one. All right, and I'll do my best to figure out where we left off at. Let me see. All right, Kelly said the clips are so cool. I want to do that more, and I'm like, going in, like I've seen a lot of movies and shit. We've seen a lot of TV shows. Got a lot of pop culture shit that I could throw on there. When you see those clips, do you guys know where they're from? Or are they just funny and random? Here we go. Oh, look at that. It's Sheet. It was Dexter. There we go. Yeah. It was Dexter. Dexter St. John. Right? Woo. Where's that man? I'll go up and tell him. I want to go up and tell him he should be treating a woman like you, like a princess. Oh, man. Oh, he's not here. He's back in New York. Oh, is that right? Man, that's such a funny ass comedy special. It sucks that there's like parts in there that are like, they're kind of cringy, now, depending on what crowd you're watching that in. And I know there's parts where he said that he's fucking, he's embarrassed of all the gay jokes and shit like that. That was the 80s, though. I was just like normal. And Tucker 1J, not sure about Breeze, but he and Peyton were on the same page a lot, learned a lot from him. Yeah. I mean, it might be too quick to jump from player to just GM without anything in between, you know, like that's a lot of it. What it is, like nothing in between, you know, jumping from, I mean, Hall of Fame player for sure. Maybe one of the smartest quarterbacks ever, you know. I mean, shit, if Tom Brady wasn't Tom Brady, Breeze would be leading the NFL in fucking yards. And I mean, shit, 5 seasons with 5,000 yards. Like, even in this NFL that we play in right now, that is still fucking hard for a career. Like, I mean, Big Ben's done it. Stafford done it twice, I think. Brady's done it twice. I think Mahomes has done it twice. And Breeze has done it 5 times. 5 times. Whew, man, that shit got me lightheaded. The Fat Rock B. Bake said drop Tank for Keaton and redraft. Tank Bigsby? I don't know. I mean, it's going to be a 3-headed monster now because Justice Hill ain't going away. Like, that's the thing. And I bet Keaton probably gets eased in a little bit. I think I keep Bigsby because that's what you're talking about, right? Bigsby, not obviously not Tank Dell, right? And Jamie said The Rock went from player to agent to owner / GM for the Chiefs, and then giving Patrick Mahomes the biggest record contract ever, like 2 years before it happened in real life. It's so funny that they forced. I mean, the fucking, you know, it was already out there that Patrick Mahomes needed to be like the highest paid player ever. But it's funny how they did that in the show and they beat him to it in real life. That's a good show, man. I like Ballers. You know, it gets a little off the rails at certain parts. I think season 3, you know, when they start doing all the fucking action sports shit, you know, when they're not agents, that's probably the season that's like the most whack to me. But you know what's super cool is seeing like Terrell Suggs like in the show. Like, that's fucking awesome, man. And he got to play a savage version of himself, man. Like, yeah, if you guys haven't seen Ballers with The Rock, it's a good show. And it's got Denzel Washington's son, Ricky Jarrett. That's his name. His character in the show is Ricky Jarrett. And it's Denzel Washington's son. He's like one of the main characters. And Big Bando, Brandon Allen, McLaughlin, Ty Johnson, P. Ryan, Roshan, only other options. About my Bigsby. Yeah, you're rocking Bigsby. You're rocking Bigsby. And let's see, what did Nigel throw in? Nigel's got to get the red carpet treatment. And let's see, 12-teamer, half PPR, Kirk, Love, JT, Swift, Tyreek, Puka, Kelsey, Dowdle, benches, Sutton, Chubb, Tillman, Andrews, and Nico. So you need a better RB2. You definitely need a better RB2. Man, see, it's kind of tough. It's like, because, man, I would almost trade your entire bench. I would almost trade your entire bench, Sutton, Chubb, Tillman, and Andrews for just one player. And then if somehow you could do that, that would be fucking titties, you know, and then maybe throw in Dowdle in the mix, maybe throw in Swift in the mix. If you throw in Swift, you know, like, I would be trying, like, if you're just talking about anybody like random, like you're just gonna go try to get whoever the fuck you want, get Barkley. Like, that's who you should be going for, is Barkley, because everything that he's got going for him, plus the amazing schedule. So if you were gonna give up like a trade like that, Swift, Chubb, Sutton, Tillman, like, you know, any combination of those 4, and just move them for Barkley. And then you just rebuild your depth through the waiver wire. Because Nico, fuck, if he comes back next week, like, man, there's your flex or your wide receiver too, no matter or how you look at it, right there. And so I would be trying to overpay for someone like Barkley like crazy. But it has to be the right fit. So if the guy who has Barkley, if they're like an amazing team, they got all types of depth, you might not be able to do it. But that's what I'd be trying to do in a nutshell. Trading Swift plus 2 of those bench guys for just a way, way better upgrade. But I'm talking about shooting for the best, you know? Shit, maybe even like even going after someone like Tracy. You wouldn't need to trade 3 players for Tracy. Maybe you trade Swift and Tillman. Like I mean, Tillman would be really nice, but like you got Nico sitting on the IR. So if like you could trade Tillman and then you still got Tyreek, Puka, and Nico, you're sitting very, very pretty. And you just turned someone who was a waiver wire guy 3 weeks ago into fucking, a running back 2 with an amazing schedule. So like that would be another thought there. But those are just 2 random guys. I traded away Tracy last week for Tyreek Hill. What's Tyreek Hill, right? I mean, fuck it. I mean, go try to trade it back for him. You've told me about trades where you've traded someone away and then traded back for them. Maybe they want Swift and Sutton for maybe they want Swift and Sutton, or Swift and Tillman, like for Tracy. Do that, or Dowdle. And I feel like Dowdle might have a better schedule, actually. Let me go look at that. 12, 13, and 15. Those are the nice matchups. Yeah, these next 2 weeks, not nice for him. And then Bears. Yes, the Bears have a shit schedule, man. I mean, week 14 and week 14 and 17. Those are the Bears, their last good games. 12, 13, 15, 16, horrible games. Okay. Nigel said CMC and Barkley sitting first and second place. Doubt they'll trade. Yeah, see, they don't have a reason to. Like, see, like what you got to do, Nigel? You got to go scout the bottom teams, and you like go look at them and see who need depth. And whoever needs depth, then we got to see who are their best players. Like the fringe playoff teams, like yourself. Like your team's pretty good, but I mean, you were very injured, with Puka and Nico for the longest time. So I'm sure those kind of things kind of fucked you up in what's been going on so far. All right. There you go. So yeah, go look at those bottom teams, Nigel. Let me know who some of the bottom teams. Trade for Chase. He doesn't have a good schedule. Go look and see who has Rashad White and AJ Brown a risk, kind of, because we don't know much about him. Go look for Bucky and Rashad White. They have a really, really, really good schedule coming up, and you might be able to get them a little bit cheaper. Well, I mean, you should be able to get them a little cheaper. Tucker 1J, I think with the injuries the Lattimore has dealt with, it's a good move by New Orleans. Yeah, I mean, he's very long in the tooth, and like they've done really good at drafting DBs, man. Alante Taylor, who is the dude who went out, Adebo, and then Howden, he's really good too, but it's like, man, they didn't even need to fucking they didn't even need him, like he wasn't even playing until he got hurt. Yeah, you the man, Nigel. Look at that, Nigel killing it today. And you the man, Nigel. We're gonna have to get another dab going for you. We're getting a bowl going while I'm still recovering from that dab. But yeah, so I'm assuming you like the info, Nigel, or you wouldn't keep throwing the gifted memberships. But yeah, I mean, literally just a little bit earlier today, someone said, who are my favorite trade targets? And I gave out a bunch of the teams in each of the positions. And a bunch of those I just mentioned to you, like right now, for like the potential trade targets. So I feel like anybody we want to trade for, the value aside, we want to trade for guys who have really good schedules moving forward, not horrible schedules, because that just sucks. Because to make trades in redraft, a lot of times you got to overpay. And if we're going to overpay, we got to overpay for someone who's got like good schedules, that's for sure. Because it might be an overpay, on paper. Because 3 or 4 players for one, sometimes it does seem like an overpay. But if you're not giving up like your best players, like that's what you got to do. Like that's what you got to do. You got to take the value that you got off of the waiver wire and that you acquired that's so good to other people that you turn those into like just amazing players. That's what we got to do. And Will says, so my thoughts on the Hubbard sign in Carolina. Panties are one of the worst run franchises in the NFL. Close second is the Jags. If I'm Jonathan Brooks, I'm pissed. I mean, maybe, but he's also hurt. He's really hurt, dude. Like, I mean, he even said like a couple weeks ago, don't rush him back. Like, they're going to activate him just so he's not out for the entire year. He's probably not even going to play again this week. And Quincy says start 2. Wilson made Tua. May has a horrible so May's playing the Bears. I'm just not gonna play him. That's literally one of the worst matchups that you can have for any QB, if not the worst. So I'm just gonna play Wilson and Tua based on that. And Jamie said Raiders are the worst franchise, and Jags, and the Browns. Well, he was talking about, I think, running specifically. Ryan on Twitch, what up? He said need a flex pick for this week, and this was a handful of minutes ago. So throw a comment in just so I can see if you're still there. Jameson, Tank, Jordan Mason, leading Mason, Reborn Jungle, Trey McBride, K. Dot, and rest of the season. McBride, man. And John said Taysom Hill or Gesicki. Get Gesicki with it. Nah. Triple X Lex, what up? Trying to get Hawkinson and trade tight ends or crafting Gesicki. Who should I trade for? Mooney, Ridley, Pickens, Dobbins, Jonathan Brooks. Yes, Kelsey. I mean, it'd be nice to trade Jonathan Brooks. I don't know if they'd go for it. Let me see who has a better schedule real quick for the tight ends out of the Packers. Shit, I think I'd want to hold on to Kraft. Yeah, I'd hold on to Kraft. So I'd try to trade Gesicki, maybe Gesicki plus Brooks. I don't know, like, yeah, I don't know, because they probably won't want a tight end, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'd probably just hold. Let me see. I mean, you got week 10 and 13 for Gesicki. And then you got week 11, 15, 16, 17 for Kraft. I mean, I don't know. You got most of the weeks almost covered with those two guys. So I don't know if you want to weaken, your team. Jedi Genetics, what up, bro? And if you guys are hearing your question now, because these were, a handful of minutes ago, just make sure you throw it in throw a comment in so I know you're there. Tracy, Aaron Jones, Hunt, pick 2. Tracy and Aaron Jones. I mean, it's tough, but yeah, I mean, you got 3 solid options. Big Bando said, bro, the odds tonight are for both teams to score 1 rushing, 1 passing. TD each half. Out this world. He said, put a $10 bet in to win near 1,000. Nice. Hell yeah, Nigel going tough. Let's get it. Nigel, you the fucking man, bro. And Jennifer, it was Nigel. I don't think she already saw it, but yeah. Jedi, Adams, Cup, Tyreek, pick 2. Tyreek and Devontae. B Hustle, I got Lamar and Flowers. Hope they do good today. Hell yeah, man. Ooh, Bake said lucky bastard right next to Greece. That's my next vacation destination. Nice. Alex Sizzle, what up? You think Lamar Jackson has GOAT status? Do you think well, what do you mean by that? Like, I mean, for fantasy football, fuck yeah, man. B Hustle, I miss being in high school. The food tastes so good. After all, it's funny. Rob, cayenne pepper infused water is your friend, bro. Oh man. Let's see, where are we at? Tron drop the kicker, pick up Taysom for Njoku's by good. Do I drop someone or go Bear at the kicker? I'd drop Madison. Not worried about keeping him. Rob said Arch Manning gonna break all Breeze's Saints records, man. Let's see it. TJ in the house. What up? Oh, look at Toker 1J getting in the mix, gifting a membership. You the man, bro. You the man. Let's see. Corey, what up? Corey, let me know if you're still here. Start 4 out of Luvu, Logan Wilson, Pratt, Bond, Devin Lloyd, Gibbons, Ojolari. I'm going to start. I'm going to say Bond. I'm going to say Luvu. Do I say both of the Bengals here? I feel like I want to say both of the Bengals, Logan Wilson and Pratt. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Luvu, Wilson, Pratt, Bond, first 4 that you put. And Corey says start 2, Brian Robinson, Chase Brown, Mixon, Tank Bigsby. I'm going to mix in. Ooh. And Tucker 1J said, can't keep up with Nigel. And I know they say so I know they say the size doesn't matter. Hey, it's not the size that matters. It's not the size of the boat. It's the motion in the ocean. It's not the size of the hammer. It's the nail that you're throwing it at. What are those analogies? Give me some other ones that we've heard along the way. Those are the first 2 that come to mind. I know there's some other ones that are out there that people know. It's kind of tough between Brian Robinson and Chase Brown. I almost feel like I want to go Chase Brown, but I'm also kind of nervous because it's Thursday night. But I think Chase Brown's pass work will keep him doing good. So I'm going to say Chase Brown and Sergio Mix-a-Lot. It's not the size of the prick that does the trick. It's the it's the throb of the knob that does the job. Hey, yo. There we go, Sal. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's about the size of the fight in the dog. There we go. And Bakes, any squares left for tonight's game? Yes, sir. Send you that right now. All right. And Seawolves, 2 wide receivers, 1 flex, London McConkey. DJ, I want to score more. Jennings and Mason. I feel like I want to go the first 2. I feel like Mason for the next one. James, if you contain Josh Jacobs, could be a good buy this week. Packers buy. I got Seattle, New Orleans, Minnesota for the playoffs. Let's see. See how good the Pack's wide receiver running back schedule is. Yeah, I mean, a little bit better than middle of the road. I mean, week 14 and 17 are their only really bad matchups. But yeah, someone might really need to give up Josh Jacobs this week because they need someone for this week. Jamie said Ridley could also be a buy, even though he's inconsistent. Yeah, his schedule is fucking money, man. Like, I wish he had a QB that was like any kind of money. Mike Evans, only if you can afford him, buy cheap now. Wait for his return. Nice schedule. Let's see. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, 26th easiest. That's not that easy. He only has one really decent matchup, and that's Cowboys in week 16. Carolina's not been giving up like a crazy amount of points. I mean, kind of middle of the road. I wouldn't say great matchups. I'd say more middle of the road. South 12 man stacked up with Mike Evans, Tracy, Wandale, already have CMC, Taylor, King Henry, wide receiver 2 behind London after. I mean, I like it. What I guess I don't know what like, did you make a trade or something? That's what I'm assuming. Oh, stacked up with Mike Evans for Tracy and Wandale. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, Tracy has like one of the better schedules for like running backs moving forward, but like CMC and Taylor and King Henry, like I feel it. Yeah, I like it. Lipsy, any Devonta news? I don't know. Let me go check. No, nothing since yesterday. Toker one, I'd give up Hawk for Kraft and Mooney. Yeah, I bet you would. If I'm like, I wouldn't even be telling anybody to trade Mooney away. He's been like probably the best flex that you can have out there. And Terrence Henry, Pitts, McBride, Andrews, Keenan Allen picked 3. I'm assuming that's Hunter Henry, right? I'll say, McBride. Yeah, I'm gonna say McBride, Pitts, and Hunter Henry. Jamie, I bought Baker for the 110 Superflex during the draft. The guy drafted Brooks, and I bet he's regretting that trade now. Shit, I bet most people who do trades like that regret it. Reek said, I'm never trading Mooney. Dude, he's doing way too good, man. Like, that's been the one guy, like, if you picked up off waiver wires week 2, week 3, week 4, whatever it was, like, man, he is doing so good for your team. So good for your team. And Sal said, also still in Survivor, 1 of 14 for 26K. Nice, man. Nice. He said, gruesome extra balls going G-Man. Man, it's great big old gorilla balls, man. So big, can't wear underwear. I mean, you got to, right? Yeah, B said Lamar and Goat don't even belong in the same combo. What up, Bees? And Speed Demon, what up? He said, need 2 flex and a third if CD is out. Trey McBride, Montgomery, Amari Cooper, Rashad White could also drop White. Don't drop White. Oh, wait, what? I can drop White or Njoku for Chuba. What? How's Chuba a waiver wire guy right now? There's nobody else that you could drop besides Rashad White because you should be dropping someone. White or Njoku. Dude, drop Njoku for Chuba, man. Fuck that. You got Trey McBride, dude. You don't need Njoku. I mean, you're gonna need someone for what? I think they got a week 11 bye, but outside of that, his schedule is money. So I'd go Montgomery and Trey McBride and shit, and then picking up Chuba, like I would do Chuba. Zoo Crew, what up, bro? I'll send those squares your way too. Catching up with the chat. We're almost there. I'm only 5 minutes behind now. Nigel killing it. Turned into the Nigel show. And also one of the best lines I ever heard was in WWF when Triple H cut down Stephanie. Do you remember the line, Alex? It was that 747 line. I don't remember. Hey, look at Sal with the $10 super chat. He said 2 liter of Pepsi. Fuck, man. It's so ridiculous how much shit costs. Like, Noble's a little sick, and they asked me to pick him up some 7-Up on the way home. And I'd already passed every grocery store. So I just went to 7-Eleven because it was the closest thing. It was like fucking $4 for like a 20 ounce. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is going on? Can't even get a liter of cola for under fucking $4 anymore. Like, dude. All right, we're gonna have to. I'm assuming that that an extra dab is needed here. And dang it, you know what? I totally didn't clean out the. I didn't clean out the middle part of this dab rig, so we're gonna have to do that. And I need fucking napkin. All right, let me answer these questions, and we'll get to this in a second. And you the man, Sal. Appreciate you, bro. Tight ends are Kelsey, McBride, and Njoku, which drop in Njoku. Yeah. Drop in Njoku, bro. Don't even think twice. CB Diz will be an offer to trade has his CD Lamb, Devontae, and B Rob for my Kyren, Tank Dell, and Lad. I have Chuba and Brees. Other RBs also have Devonta Smith and Debo. I kind of don't want to do it. It's just I mean, I know you're upgrading in certain spots. I just feel like it's too many variables here. You're winning on players, you're losing on players. I want to hold on that. Like it looks good, but like I don't know. I don't like making trades like this. You either want to, based on your record, if you're a winning team, you're going to try to trade your depth to get like to tier up and get like a really, really, really good player. If you're a team that's like a playoff, you're like a playoff pretender right now and you're trying to turn into a playoff contender, you want to be trading like maybe one of your players for like some really good depth. But stuff like this is just too even. Let's not do it. Tron Force, we trade JSN Madison for Josh Jacobs. Yeah, for sure. So also sent an offer giving away Monty and Mooney for A-Chain. I like the first one better. Don't do that Monty and Mooney for A-Chain. Figure out how to get A-Chain, but not on Monty. They're too close in value. Jacob, you think Flowers has another legacy game this week? I don't know about legacy game, but I feel like he's going to be worth a start over a lot of people in your wide receiver too. And Corey picked 2 out of Henry, Cook, A-Chain, Stevenson. Henry, of course. I'm feeling Henry and Cook, man. I mean, Colts. They've been really bad against the run, right? Let me see if that's changed over the last couple of weeks. Oh, man, they're still bad against the run. Let's see. The Rams. Yeah, Rams have been better. Yeah, it would either be Cook or Stevenson for me here, and I'm going Cook. Yeah. Speed Demon Mooney is a waiver wire option for me as well. See, when guys like that are like waiver wire options, you should be trying to do a 2-for-1 trade where you get a better player and then you go pick up like Mooney. Like that's what you should be trying to do. That if possible. I know it's easier said than done, but you got to find the people that like need to make trades. Not everyone needs to make trades. Hope our CD is playing basically all the interviews. He was fine after the game, said he would be out there. Okay. Cool. Says she accused him of being a little short and had pants, which you replied even a 747 seems small when you're flying into the Grand Canyon. There we go. I remember that shit now. And James said, oh shit, J-Mo's back this week. Is he back this week? I thought he was missing one more game. Kyren, number 4 overall, rest of the season. Yeah, man. He's got a really good schedule moving forward. And Lipsy said since Panthers signed Chuba, does that mean Brooks is fucked? I wouldn't say Brooks is fucked, but it means that the Panthers are probably nervous about Brooks and they want to lock down Chuba. They already said that even if they do activate Brooks this week, like they would have to because they have to. They like not because they want to, because they said they might activate him and he might not even play. So I just think he's a lot more hurt than any of us really thought. And I don't know. I've been telling people he's really hurt because of the things that he's been saying along the way. Like, he's like, I told the Panthers, just wait, like, let's keep pushing it off. Cards have picked up JSN or Tillman as the stash for next week. Tillman. Yeah, Tillman for sure. Or should I consider the better stash long term? I think Tillman is a better stash long term than JSN because I think DK comes back next week as well. All right. Let me go. I got to go get a napkin and refill my water, and then we're going to clean out this dab rig, swab it out, and then do another dab and another bowl for our homie Sal, you the man, and be back in a second. discovered him on Ridiculousness because he talks about he talks about so much weed smoking, and he gets a lot of his shit is real sexual with the stuff about him boning chicks. He's a real rock and roller, man. All right, here we go. Okay, we're not doing the dab just yet. I'm cleaning out the middle here because I do such fat dabs. It's really the dab maintenance, like I've been slacking on it, is really what it is. Because this should be something that I do after every dab. Take out this like middle piece here. It's like the big it's the whole middle of the rig part. It's like the nail. And yeah, there's all this. Shout out to god damn it, what are these guys' names? I'm spacing on it. But these guys with these cotton swabs, like look at how thick these ones are compared to like a regular ass Q-tip or something. Like these are like necessary for like if you're doing some heavy duty dabbing. Spacing on the name. They've hooked me up with a shitload of them. That was a lot. All right. Let's see. Frozen Gaming, what up? My team's stacked. And I'm running back deep. Was offered Tyreek for either Kamara or Hall. Who would you trade for Tyreek, or should I just keep both backs? Well, who's your wide receivers? I mean, getting Tyreek. I mean, it's crazy how getting Tyreek right now doesn't even sound as good as it did, like in the past. That's the thing that's a little nuts about it. But let's see how Tyreek's schedule fares. I mean, he got a handful of good games, like 3. But that's kind of it. I like middle of the road with their schedule. Hassan, what up, bro? And Speed Demon, would you play Chuba or Mooney over McBride or Montgomery this week? Chuba's got a better matchup than David Montgomery. I kind of feel like I just want to lean on Montgomery, but it's a way better matchup for Chuba, so I probably would play Chuba over and actually see McBride, man, in the flex is different. It's a bad matchup for him, but he just like volumes his way into a lot of points. It's kind of crazy that I'd almost start Chuba and Mooney over McBride and Montgomery. Like both of those should definitely be like questions this week. It might be getting cute, but I would lean on doing that because it's bad matchups for McBride and Montgomery. You just have 2 good options like right there. Hey, Generations X, what up, bro? Hey, and he resubbed on Twitch. You the man. Hold on. Where is it at? Shout out to Generations. Oh, no. Dang it. Where the hell is it at? It got lost in all these rocks. Come on. Like right there. It won't. Can't get it out. Yeah, I need to move these to like a smaller jar. There we go. Got it. Look at that. Look at that. Anybody else watching Tulsa King out there? Show's getting pretty crazy. And let's see, for Generations X. Hunter Henry, Taysom Hill, Gesicki. I'm probably getting Gesicki with it. And then more Amari if Keon doesn't play, or Connor. Leaning Connor. Yeah, not necessarily the best matchup, but leaning Connor. Nice. And she said, that's my show. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, it's funny seeing Sylvester Stallone play an old gangster who's not from the 21st century. And here we go. This dab's for you, Sal. And Corey said, in my one IDP league spot, do I go with Pratt, Wagner, Dorian Williams, Speed, Logan Wilson, Levante David? I'm leaning Levante. Last night was NXT 23 at ECW Arena. Cool. Nice. Russell guy said he would trade me Jamar Chase if we're getting up and ignoring his playoff matchups on Sneed Island and Sertan. Yeah. Yeah, that's why we don't really want to trade for him, man. Woo!
Shit.
Woo! What's that? Wafers Diamonds. Whoo, yeah. Hell yeah. Fat ass diamond, man. Those Wafers Diamonds. Whoo. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Where was I? Let me see. Here? Yeah, I think I was here. Let's see. Eli said, bro, it'd be crazy having 3 QBs in a 12-man. Fuck no, it's not crazy, dude. Because like nobody has like a super perfect schedule, like for quarterbacks. Like, and the guys who have like the best schedules, here we go. The 2 teams that have the best schedules for quarterbacks, the Giants and the Titans. So guys that we don't even want to start anyways, you know. So outside of those teams, like everybody's got not so good matchups. Like maybe you could say Tampa Bay's got all good matchups moving forward, but everybody's got some issues with their schedule. So yeah, having multiple guys to be able to plug in different weeks, like map out your schedule, look and see, oh yeah, this person has great matchups week 10, 13, and 17. Like these 2 guys out, this guy has a great matchup week 11, 13, and 15. This guy has a good schedule week 12, whatever and whatever, you know, and just kind of piece it together. It's like a puzzle. It's like we're playing Tetris with our quarterbacks. And they said, oh, thinking picking up Gino, already have Russ and Love. Yeah, pick up Gino. I mean, especially now, you know, he's on his bye. So if you could just, you're able to house him, sit him on the bench, because next week he probably will get picked up, right? A lot of buys coming up. Frozen Gaming, I got Chase and Garrett Wilson. I also have Saquon. Nice. And I can explain how I have all these players. I mean, it's pretty easy. Like Chase, he was like you might have got Saquon in the first, Chase in the second, and Garrett Wilson in the third. Tell me if I'm right about that. But it probably was more likely Chase, Saquon, and then Garrett Wilson is probably how it worked out. But yeah, let me know if I'm right about that. And Generation drop Mason or keep him a bit longer. Don't drop Mason, man. Just don't drop him. Like if you don't have CMC, you should be figuring out how to trade him to the person who does have CMC. Ray Davis, Worthy, yeah, Johnson, Leggett, Thielen, yeah. See, like, yeah. And Lipsy, should I drop Warren for Leggett or Jennings? I was just thinking on keeping Warren. I'm not a huge fan of Warren. If Najee gets hurt, that's one thing. Outside of that, his volume is pretty minimal. Yeah, I almost feel like I would want to take a chance on Leggett. Brian Thomas Jr. to the bench. If you have other options, consider Mac Jones starting. I mean, I don't think he has to be like automatically put on the bench, but like the backup QB, plus it's probably going to be Byron Murphy Jr., who's covering him, who's one of the better covering cornerbacks in the league. So he's probably going to go on the bench, but it all depends on your options, man. But yeah, you said if you have better options. Yeah, if you have better options, for sure. And Tucker One said, if I'm answering some of these questions, just try to figure out the process and if I need to know the bowl. Oh man, or not if I'm wrong. That's hilarious. Nice. I like it. And I appreciate it, man. I have the, chat members helping people in the chat like we want it to be, like everyone who's in the chat right now is a part of this same community, And of course, those guys offer me Reed and I give up A-Chain. Nah. Don't do that. And who else? Let's see. I know some people talked about Tulsa King, Marbies or Henry A-Chain, Cook, Stevenson, Chubb. Yeah, I mean your expendable guy would be Chubb, and then Jefferson, Higgins, Tillman, Addison, also in first place. I mean, yeah, man. Yeah, don't force a trade unless it's a trade that super benefits you. And what I would be doing if I was you, I wouldn't even be looking for a 1-for-1 trade because that means you're giving up someone good. I would be looking, I would be going and looking for a team that is like a fringe playoff team, maybe someone who's like needs a little bit of a push. Look and see who's the best players that they have on their squad. If Barkley's out there, if Tracy's out there, guys, I mean, actually you need wide receiver help more than you need running back help. So you need to look for teams that have really good wide receivers. Let me see. And who's some good wide receiver schedules? Pickens. I mean, you shouldn't have to pay crazy for him. Neighbors. Garrett Wilson or Devontae Adams. AJ Brown, especially if you can get him on the cheap. Maybe Devonta Smith. I mean, Reed does have a good schedule, but a lot of inconsistencies, and it's going to be bad for him for the next 4 weeks. Tucker 1J, okay, says watching it. Nice. Jamie said, was Tulsa King? I've been watching that show. Aaron Hernandez. I've been keeping up with that show as well, so I can keep you guys posted. Yeah, he just got arrested in the show, and it's crazy how they make it they make it look like, I don't know. I guess they don't make it look like anything. I guess they just don't put a timeline specifically on how long he's in jail and what they're covering, like in this show, because I think what was he in jail for, like 5 years, like before, like 4 or 5 years. And it pretty much ran through, I think, almost that entire time because they made it to where the Patriots won another Super Bowl. But that was fucking like 2 years, I think, after he even got locked up, because they won the year before he got locked up. And that's why he got that big ass contract. And then it was like, I think it was like 2 years later or something. But yeah, Tulsa King is about Tulsa King. It's a Paramount Plus show, but if you guys have the streaming service, that I get you guys hooked up on, you get it on there as well. But it's a Paramount Plus show, and it's Sylvester Stallone. He's like an old school, like old timey gangster, and they move him to Tulsa, so he's in the MOB, and he just gets out of prison. He's been in there for what, like 20 or 30 years or some shit like that, 25 years. Yeah. And there we go. Yeah, Toker won 25 years, probably, right? And yeah, and then now he's like running Tulsa because there's nobody here, no gangs or nothing in Tulsa, and he's running it. And Corey said David or Sherwood. I'm going David. And Eli, you heard my answer, right? CB Dizzle, country can get a new president for 4 years, but NFL can't get a new commissioner. I mean, they love Roger Goodell. The owners, they love him. Fans hate him, but the guys who pay his salary is all 32 owners. And Tucker, what I'm thinking, the rancher woman Stallone's involved with could be his match. Maybe. Like, what do you mean his match? Like future enemy, or like, you know, like they're actually going to get in a real relationship? He doesn't seem like the guy who wants to get serious. And generations, Cousins, Rogers, Stafford, or Wilson got Cousins in right now. Yeah, I'd be leaving Cousins in. Mini Moneymaker, what up? Do I trade Tillman for Tracy? I'd do that if Tillman is not one of your. Well, what do you mean? But the Eagles play the Cowboys like right now. Oh, would you drop for the Eagles D? Yeah, I would drop for the Eagles D. Yeah. But Eagles are playing the Cowboys, though. Is that next week that they play the Giants? Or are you talking about next week? Let's see. I play the Commandos next week. I don't know. Guess I'm a little confused by the question. The teams are throwing me off. Savage Jeremy, would you take Connor for D-Hop? Probably. Depends on how bad you need the running back depth. He's got a good schedule. Lips, the only reason I grabbed Warren's because running back depth is ass. Yeah, I feel it. Waivers is Mostert and Algier. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I feel it. Tucker and Jay, some of the best decisions I made in fantasy football came because I was high as hell, subconsciously pulling the trigger. Let's go. That's how it goes. Jamie said the real timelessness between 2013 is 2015. Travel made it look like it was overnight. Yeah, exactly. That's all I was saying. Like, they didn't really make it seem like anything because, like, I mean, you saw his, like, I mean, you know that his daughter got older, like, at the one point in there. She's like, what, like 4 or something? And, like, she was like a baby when he went away. So, like, you know, I mean, little things like that were, like, pretty obvious. But yeah, they didn't really make a clear. They were putting years and everything on everything except when he was in jail. It was like maybe that was maybe that was specifically supposed to be that way. Time stands still in jail. I mean, you know, it really does. And Corey, do I go Chubb and Tillman for Pickens or for Hopkins, or neither? I feel like I wouldn't like Chubb plus someone else for Pickens. Yes. I don't know about Tillman though. Like, I feel like he's going to be valuable to you. Let me see. Where are the Browns? Oh, actually, maybe not. You know what? Yeah, man, this is crazy. Browns actually have the 32nd easiest schedule for wide receivers moving forward. So they got their bye week this week, and then they got a good game against New Orleans in week 11, but then they got Pittsburgh, Denver, Pittsburgh, KC. Those are like 3 of the worst matchups that you can have for wide receivers. And then they got Cincy in week 16, which that's good. And then in week 17, they got Miami, which that's bad. So yeah, so this is my public service announcement, guys, that if you can trade Tillman or put him in a trade where you tear up, it'd be a smart move because of how horrible his schedule is. Not saying he can't do good in any of these games, but if we just play the numbers, it's horrible. CB Dizzle. The Chargers aren't number 1 in giving up points to wide receivers, though. And I'll even do it before last week. Let's see. So, including this week, Chargers are giving up, they're like giving up the 14th least points to wide receivers. And if we take out last week, They were giving up the 11th most points, or 11th least points. Sorry, 11th least. So, I mean, maybe the number one overall D in like certain statistics, but not against giving up points to wide receivers, though. And so, yeah, this is a public service announcement. I'm willing. I mean, it depends on who you get. Like, I'm not saying go give up Tillman for nothing. Talking about going after some of these top dog players and using Tillman as one of those pieces to go get them. And Eli, start Waddle, Juwanna Man Jennings, probably Waddle. I'm nervous about Juwanna Man right now. I mean, it's a good matchup. I guess when I know that he's fully off the injury report, I might consider him. But until then, I'm still kind of nervous about telling anybody to start him. Okay, perfect. All right. And Tucker One said enemy. Sorry. Oh, yeah. That's what it could be real sneaky where like they come to her with some shit. And I don't know. She doesn't seem like a shady person, though. That's also another thing. And sorry if I'm giving too much for you guys who haven't seen the episodes. Yeah, we don't want to give spoilers for people who haven't seen it. This wouldn't be the show to give spoilers. But yeah, it's a good show, though. They have like 8 or 9 episodes in the first season, and they're like 6 or 7 into the second season right now. Getting very interesting. And Savage Jeremy meant the Cowboys. Oh, what was it? I don't even remember. Oh, just meant the Cowboys. Okay, yeah. Drop them for the Eagles. Yes. And Neil the Legend, what up? Who should I start in the flex? Chase Brown, Brian Thomas Jr., James Cook. Leaning towards Brown. I'm leaning towards Cook because of the matchup versus the Colts. Yeah, I mean that's a really good matchup. I'm not saying Chase is a bad move, because he would be like the second best guy, like here for me. But yeah, I think I'm leaning Cook. Frizio, who do you think would be down to buy Olave? Someone who's struggling with wide receivers, someone in first place. I mean, it depends. I mean, I feel like you would want someone, if it's someone who's in first place, if they have a bunch of wide receiver depth, they're not gonna do it. But if you find someone who's got like a winning record and they really don't have wide receiver depth, that would be a target. And then potentially someone who's just struggling at wide receivers. But if you can, you really want, if you find someone who's really struggling, I mean, you're not going to be able to take wide receivers from them, but trade them Olave and maybe you get a couple other players. Phil said 10-team Superflex, Mac Jones. Who? Mac Jones. He said on the bench, pick him up or me. I mean, if it's a 10-team Superflex, I'm going to say pick him up.
Pick him up!
I'd probably just leave him on the bench, though. But you block your league mates. Like, that's what this is all about. Like, I don't want someone to pick him up and be able to use him against me. Because especially in we got heavy bye weeks coming up. What if Trevor misses more than 1 week? Even if he's on your bench, way better than someone using him against you. That's for sure. Because it's heavy bye weeks. They be hitting, man. We got 4 this week, 4 next week, 6 in week 12, and then 6 in week 14. Heavy bye weeks coming. You might even be able to trade Mac Jones to somebody. And Eli Pickens is easy rest of the season. He's rest of the season king. I mean, I don't know about that, but I do like his schedule. If he could get open a little bit more often, that'd be nice. He just can't get fucking open. And hey, Phil, don't forget to bring a towel.
You want to get high? Are we gonna get high? Just let me get high.
And Mac Jones will be worth the pickup, man. It's super flex, though. Super flex, not single QB. CB Dizzle Tillman said, okay, yeah. He said that. And she said, why are we trading Hopkins? He just became number 1, right? Well, yeah, I don't want to trade Hopkins away. I mean, there's people who are going to be asking about it. Chiefs don't have an easy schedule moving forward. Like this week, I mean, Denver, that's not good. Buffalo, Carolina, I mean, I guess Buffalo's been a little bit more susceptible to giving up points to wide receivers. Carolina are kind of like middle of the road. And I didn't really realize that that Vegas hasn't been giving up a bunch of points to wide receivers, but it's probably because tight ends and running backs have been like, just killing them more often than not. And then Chargers, they're good against wide receivers. And then week 15 and 16, Cleveland and Houston, I mean, they're giving up points to wide receivers. But then in week 17, you got Pittsburgh. So I feel like if a lot of people are trading D-Hop, it's probably more because of like the schedule than necessarily what his production could be. Elias, what up, homie? I need a professional opinion on this trade that just got accepted in one of my leagues. Want to know if it should be vetoed? More often than not, I say no. The trade was Jonathan Brooks, Dell, and Brian Thomas for CMC and Mike Evans. I mean, see, the thing is, both of the guys who the person's trading for are broken right now. So, like, just for that reason alone, nah, that shouldn't be vetoed. Like, are they better? Like overall, like if this was a perfect world and everybody was 100% healthy, like yeah, it would seem like like I wouldn't want that to happen. I mean, vetoes aren't really about if it's fair or not. It's really like if you want to screw over the manager who's getting it. So like having veto in a league, he said whole league is crying about it as commissioner. I don't know if I should veto it. No, I wouldn't veto it. But okay, you're the commissioner, so you got to make the choice on it. No, I mean, people were probably hating on it and jealous because they weren't in the mix and they could have taken. This is why you overpay for players, right? There's probably some people who are trying to fucking I just want a 2-for-2 trade with like both of these like in the mix. And I don't think if both guys weren't broken, it's probably vetoable. But no, it's especially the way it's looking now. Dell and Brian Thomas are the number ones on their team. I know that that's going to change when Nico comes back, but we're talking about right now when like the trade's going through. And Jonathan Brooks, like maybe like people are like tripping about the news, but he is about to come off IR, like either way. So yeah, I don't know. No matter what, people aren't involved in the trade, they're going to bitch. But yeah, I don't think that's vetoable. Anybody else have any thoughts? If you were the commissioner, would you shut down a trade like that? I don't think I would. I'd let people talk their shit. But Corey said, so in this case, should I go Reed, Marvin Harrison, Pickens, or Hopkins, trading Chubb and Tillman for one of those guys? I like Pickens' schedule over everybody else, and it's been even better with Russ. So yeah, Pickens would be the guy. Here for the memes. Happy Dabby Day. Let's get it. So I'm 4-5. Have a competitive team defending champ. Nice. Single QB league. My QBs are trash or hurt these days. I feel you. Dak, Trevor, Richardson. Oh, son of a bitch. So I'm sending a 25 first for Stroud or Brock. Let me see who has a better schedule for the rest of the season. Because, I mean, both guys. I mean, obviously Brock is like better on paper. Houston, looking at these numbers through week 17, they have the 5th easiest schedule for quarterbacks. And Brock has the 24th easiest schedule for running backs. For quarterbacks, my bad, not running backs. Both of those are for quarterbacks. If I said running backs for the first one. Yeah, I think I would go for Stroud if that's possible. And Nico's going to be coming back, so things are going to be getting better. And I said, leaning Brock for the immediate points. I mean, Dak might be done for the season. Richardson fucking sucks. And Trevor's hurt right now. And yeah, like, I mean, Brock does get you better immediate points, but if you're looking to like make the better move for the entire season, it's probably Stroud. And Toker One said, show a clip from Tulsa King if you can. Let me see. Here for the meme said I have Kittle. Also have Kittle. I mean, I'm not going to make a trade for Brock just because you have Kittle. I do like getting the stacks where I can. Let me see if I can find some Tulsa King from the first season that's maybe like 30 seconds. I think this one was from pretty early. Let me see. Oops. There you go. So there you go. I don't want to play this too long and get flagged, but there you go. There's that was the beginning. I'm pretty sure that was like right in episode 1. And you the man here for the meme stone in the $2 super chat. Appreciate you. Of course, I can try to get Olave as well. Nah. Neil the Legend, Olave for the Broncos defense. What? And Wills, I heard somewhere that Olave has 4 documented concussions, but people are saying it's more likely 7 or 8. Damn car in his ambulance balls. I mean, come on, man. Like, let's not act like he draws up all of the plays, okay? Like, this is a play that was drawn up for Olave. So someone drew up that play. It's on the play callers even more than it's on Carr. And Jake said, what up? He said, who do you think at D-Hop, Tracy, Najee, Shakir? I'm thinking Tracy. Yeah, I might be leaning Tracy this week as well, too. I mean, great matchup versus the Panthers. Commandos, they've been a little bit, they've been a little bit up and down in defending running backs, but been a little bit better over the last couple weeks. So, yeah, I'm with you on Tracy. I mean, D-Hop's nice, but it's a tough matchup, especially if Patrick Surtain's going to be covering them. We'll say 10-man league. Superflex think a better option would be available on your bench over Mac Jones. He said to pick up. He didn't say to start, though. That's another thing. Pick up and start are 2 different things. And for Zoe, would you give up Flowers for Debo, or you think Flowers will continue to rise and Debo won't be what we expect? Let me go look at the schedules, but I feel like just in a vacuum, I feel like I want Flowers right now without even looking at the schedules moving forward. Not a good schedule for the Ravens. 49ers have a little bit of a better schedule. I think it's kind of a toss-up. I really do. I think it's kind of a toss-up. Once CMC comes back, things are going to open up for Debo as well, too. But, it's Debo, he's got good matchups in week 15 and 17. And Flowers has good matchups in week 17 and 10. I mean, Debo's got 4 good matchups. Flowers has 2. I'm not saying you can't do good in these other games, but, we're playing the matchups more than anything. And KJ should drop Deontay for Keenan. Keenan's whatever. He was just dropped in waivers. I think I'd rather have Deontay Johnson. I mean, Keenan, he's got all this potential, but he really hasn't done shit outside of that one game. Super lame, man. Yeah, right. Not one-sided, but not worth a veto for sure. Yep. Johnny says don't veto that. Jamie says mac and cheese. Really worth starting. I also remember him getting 10 to 13 points most weeks. Every 2 weeks, he was always top 5. Yeah, I mean, well, he's worth starting in a lot of these decent matchups that he has, and he has a lot moving forward, after this bye. And she'd be in exile to Tulsa is disrespectful for sure, because there was like literally nothing going on in Tulsa, and Toker won intense, bro. Yeah, I mean that's how it starts. It just starts at the top of the top of the list as far as like just how crazy it's gonna be. For Zosen Olave for Tracy, if he accepts it, let's go. Lipsy, I'm thinking of starting Brock over Darnold this week. Would you ride out Brock for the rest of the year? I feel like I'm starting Darnold this week against the Jaguars, though. But yeah, like for Darnold, for example, like or for Brock, he's got good matchups. And I mean, see, I guess it's kind of splitting hairs, right? Because both Tampa Bay and the Jags have been really, really bad. So it's almost like you could flip a coin between those guys. Yeah, week 11 and week 15. Those are his like Brock smash matchups. And Darnold, he's got smash matchups this week. Tennessee, I mean, they've been giving up points a little bit more as of late. And then week 13, 14, and 16, he's got some smash matchups. Of course, I'm trying to make a move right now. Tillman and Chubb to get Pickens. Nice. Phil say, you think I should give up? Who you think I should give up for Trey Lance if I have Dak and Rush? Nothing, because you shouldn't be trying to get Lance. What? The Schmitty, what up? I said I'm in a 2 QB league. Guy needs a QB. My team is Purdy, Stafford, Flacco, May, Jones. Let's see. His team is Hurts and Anthony Richardson. I mean, unless he's giving you Hurts, you don't want Anthony Richardson. So I would even see if he needs a QB. Yeah. He needs a QB. Let's see. Who's got the good schedules out of guys here? So DK. Yeah. Jets got an easy schedule. Yeah, like I mean, I wouldn't really be trading Purdy or Stafford. I mean, it would be one of the other guys. And he's got to be giving up at least 2 players for that one player, right? And I mean, James Cook has a really good schedule, right? Let me double check that. Actually, nah, it's whatever. Vikings got a pretty easy schedule. I feel like I would want to get Aaron Jones in the mix of this. Let me see, because where do you need help? Yeah, you need help at running back more than wide receiver, but even if I would be trying to get both. I'd be trying to get Adams and Aaron Jones is who I'd be trying to get, and then giving up Flacco, May, or Jones, whichever one he likes more. Give him whoever he wants for those 2. What up, Theo? Yeah, it depends on if Debo and Jennings are back for sure. Speed Demon, 3 keepers. I'm going to drop Anthony Richardson for Bo Nix. Yeah. And then Njoku for Lad McConkey. Yeah. Tight end room's good. Do you approve? Yep. With both. Do it. Of course, guys now offering me Pickens and Chase Brown. And I give up Tillman and Ramondre. See, people want it to be even. That's what kind of sucks. Let me see how that fares out for you. So let's see. Patriots have the 9th easiest running back schedule. Chase Brown has the 24th easiest. I'd shoot that down. I would just resend the original offer that you sent. Or tell me who the other options are. And I'm about to get off here, so you can just send that to me in a text. Yeah, I would hold on that. Yeah, send me who else he has on. Just send me his whole team. Tucker one got Brian Thomas in the flex. If he can't play, would you start Bigsby or Amari? Probably leaning Amari. Theo Komet, Taysom Hill, or Johnny Smith. Johnny Smith. I mean, Johnny's got a good matchup this week. Let me see. Let's see. Patriots. Yeah, it might be Taysom. I mean, it's either Taysom or Jonnu, and I feel like I'm leaning Taysom. Seawolves, you like Downs, Waddle, Riddle, Jennings, or Shakir? I think I'm leaning Waddle right now. Tucker on, would you drop Laporta for Jonnu? Fuck, it's crazy that it's come to this. Like, I don't think that I would. I don't think I would like have the heart to do it. But I would start Jonnu over Laporta this week. It sucks because like we've all given up on Laporta and he's gonna do good. You heard it here first. Mike Gesicki or Pitts this week. Ooh. And that's a good one. I'm probably leaning Gesicki, but let me see. I mean, both guys, they're both pretty close in the matchups. Both pretty close. Oh wait. Actually, hold on. Yeah, they're both pretty close in the matchups, literally back to back. Probably, yeah. I'm feeling Gesicki. I'm getting Gesicki with it. See, I gave up Andrews everywhere, now regretting it. Yeah, that's tough. And clip next year, I trade Tyrone Tracy on the get for Joshua Downs. No, keep Tracy, dude. He's got a great schedule coming forward. All right, guys, I'm about to get up out of here. We've been rocking for 2.5 hours. Nigel, super appreciate you. Who else? Hold on. Let's see. Galactic Ghoul, CB Dizzle, Kelly, Jason, Nigel, you the man, Nigel, Toker1J, you the man, Sal, appreciate you. You the motherfucking man. And here for the memes. Appreciate you. Gonna make sure everybody who throws down super chats, gonna make sure to shout you guys out at the end of the show because I got no corporate sponsorships, so if like they're like, I mean, you'll see little ads pop up that I'll get like a couple cents from or whatever, but that's like kind of about it, so like this is the most fun of everything that I do. And if we're getting super chats and stuff like that, like shows are going to be going longer, there's going to be way more dabs flowing, all types of shit. And let's do it. So shout out to all of you guys one more time. Big old salute to you guys. We'll be back for Thursday Night Football. This game's good enough that we'll be streaming it. And the clip next. What if I told you I did? Man, dang it. Ouch. Don't forget 420crew.com. You want to go join there so you can be in the loop about the NFL playoff leagues. You guys do not want to miss out on this. This year I'm going to have $20 leagues, $35 leagues, and $55 leagues. Got to tell all our friends about this. Like, we're not going to let the fantasy football season end in week 17. There's going to be a 1 week break, and then we're going to be drafting super hardcore for a week. You guys want to crack out on some drafts? We're going to have multiple drafts going every single day, like 3 to 5 drafts going every single day, fast drafts. And then we're going to have slow drafts that are all going to start either that Sunday night or that Monday morning, one of the two. And super, super fun. All 12 team leagues. It's a 3-week battle royale. And the top 3 scoring teams over those 3 weeks are going to end up taking home the money. And that's going to lead us right into the dynasty leagues. The dynasty leagues, the first ones are going to start the beginning of the beginning of February, right before the Super Bowl starts. We're going to get even more hardcore this year. Hell yeah. And Johnny with the $2.69.
69 dudes.
Let's get it. One for the road. How about one bowl for the road? I'm not driving, but you know what I mean. Just got to throw that in there quick if anybody tries to clip it. And yeah, appreciate you guys. Because when you guys leave those super chats, I mean, shit, that's as good as sponsoring the show, It really is in my mind, because a sponsor is someone who throws down money for the show. And you guys are throwing down money for the show. Like exact same shit, right? And you the man. And shout out to Bob Nix in the house. What up, Bob? Your son's been doing right by us lately. That's good. Maybe not last week. And maybe not this week, but I think he's been exceeding expectations, especially compared to some of the QBs who were drafted earlier than him in our dynasty drafts. Uh-oh. Look at this, Wilson. I got to run into town and buy some more some more cinnamon buns for the game tonight. Instead, I ate them all yesterday, so that's country life, though. I got to run into town. Yeah. Whoo! Got Fergie and Njoku. If I were to trade one, which one would I want to keep rest of the season? We're going to base this all off of their schedules, okay? Browns have the 8th easiest schedule for tight ends moving forward, and the Cowboys have the 26th easiest schedule. So I think if we're basing it on the matchups, I think Njoku has a crazy edge over him. Elias, what up? Start Flowers or CD? I think I'm going to play Flowers. T-Money, drop Jordan Brooks for Jennings or Mason. I'd drop him for Mason. Yeah. Can't have Thursday night football without the buns. Yeah. And don't forget to go check out all the uploaded videos, the start and sit video. It's just like 30 minutes long, and put it in double time. I talk fast, but there's a lot of cool clips that are in there. I try to do more with the editing now, throwing in funny shit, in between the clips, keep everybody on their toes, or in between the talking. I mean, keep everybody on their toes. So yeah, go check out all those waiver wire videos. Go check out the start and sit video as well. And last, as a Cowboy fan, I hate to sit my guy, but I don't even I don't even want him to play. See, I feel you, man. That's why it's like, if you didn't have to make the decision tonight, it might be different. But since you have to make the decision tonight, yeah, I feel like you go Flowers. And Ryan, what up? Redraft, loaded at wide receiver. Would you send Tyreek for Henry, Kamara, or CMC? Other suggestions? Go for Barkley. If you're just shooting for like best players, go for Barkley. Just traded away Mooney, Swift, and Debo for Gibbs and Amon-Ra. Did I fleece them or pay too much? I feel like it's an even trade, and I like the side of the trade that you got for sure. Yeah, so I don't think you fleeced them, but pretty even on the trade, but I like the side that you got better. Amon-Ra does have a bad schedule, but it's Amon-Ra, man. All right, getting the hell up out of here. Appreciate you guys for rocking. Don't forget 420crew.com. Go jump in over there, and you can join for free, but join as a paid member. Show some love for your boy. And where else? fantasyfootballhustler.com. That'll get you everywhere that I am on the internet. So go there and just go follow me everywhere. Make it real easy. And where else? 420crewmerch.com. 420crew merch. Ryan said was offered his Barkley for my Jamar, but I'm hesitant. I mean, I wouldn't want to do that trade either. I'd rather trade like 2 players that aren't Jamar, but Jamar has a horrible schedule and Barkley has a great schedule. So if it's just those 2 guys in a nutshell, I would do that. But that's assuming, I mean, you said you're loaded at wide receiver, right? Like, so that's, if you're loaded at wide receiver, this is a risk you take, but at least the risk you take is on potentially the best running back in the league with one of the best lines and one of the best schedules. So that's a risk that I would take. All right. And on that note, we're out. Peace out, everybody.
Defense on me.
I don't want them to gain another yard.
You blitz all night. If they cross the line of scrimmage, I'm going to take every last one of you out. You make sure they remember forever the night they played the Titans.